What if the biggest lie in country music right now is who gets called an outlaw? Because a major Billboard article just tried to define the modern outlaws of country music, and one of the biggest independent stars in the entire genre just completely tore it apart. Cody Jinks didn't just disagree. He went straight at the industry, and what he said is exposing a divide that's been building for years. 1. The article that lit the fuse. It started with what should have been a simple celebration. Billboard released a piece highlighting what they called today's outlaw country artists. On the surface, it looked solid. Big names, successful careers, recognizable voices. But something was missing. Actually, a lot was missing. Because while the list included major label stars dominating radio and charts, it completely ignored the independent artists who've been quietly building a movement outside the system. And fans noticed immediately. But then, Cody Jinks stepped in. 2. Cody Jinks doesn't hold back. Cody Jinks didn't sugarcoat anything. He took to social media and called the article exactly what he thought it was. Garbage. Not because of the artists listed, but because of what the list completely failed to understand. He even gave credit where it was due, praising the classic Outlaws era. But after that, he went straight at the heart of the problem, saying the writer clearly didn't understand country music, and didn't understand what outlaw actually means. And then he dropped the line that hit hardest. These artists aren't outlaws. They're signed. That one statement changed the entire conversation. 3. What outlaw really means. Because here's the truth most people forget. Outlaw country was never about fame. It was never about chart positions. It was about control. Back in the 1970s, artists like Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings weren't just making music. They were fighting the system. They demanded the right to record with their own bands, to write their own songs, to create without being told what to sound like. That was the rebellion. That was the outlaw spirit. So when you fast forward to today, and see artists still operating under major label control being called outlaws, it doesn't sit right with the people actually living that independent life. 4. The independent wave rising. Because something massive has been happening behind the scenes. Artists like Cody Jinks have built entire careers without the machine. No major label. No radio push. No corporate control. And yet, they're selling out arenas, going multi-platinum, building loyal fan bases that don't need permission from Nashville. This isn't a small movement anymore. It's a parallel industry. And it's growing fast. 5. The stars vs the outlaws. Now here's where things get complicated. Because the artists mentioned in the Billboard list, they're not the enemy. Jinks even made that clear. He respects them. He's played with them. But success doesn't equal rebellion. Artists like Luke Combs and Jason Aldean are massive stars. But they're still part of the system. And to Jinks, that system is exactly what the original outlaws were fighting against. So calling them outlaws, that's where the line gets crossed. 6. This is bigger than music. And this is where the story really opens up. Because this isn't just about country music anymore. It's about control versus independence. Corporate structure vs creative freedom. Fans are starting to notice the difference. They're choosing authenticity. They're supporting artists who don't need approval to release music. And that shift, it's changing the entire industry. 7. What happens next? So what happens now? Does Billboard double down? Do they adjust their definition? Or does the independent scene keep growing until it can't be ignored anymore? Because one thing is clear. The gatekeepers don't have the same power they used to. And artists like Cody Jinks, they're proving you don't need them. So now I've got to ask you, who do you think the real outlaws are today? Is it the chart-topping stars? Or the independent artists building it from the ground up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more stories exposing what's really happening in country music, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because this story, it's far from over. And maybe that's the real story here. This isn't just about one article or one artist speaking out. It's about a line being drawn in country music. On one side, you've got the polished machine, major labels, radio hits, industry approval. On the other, you've got artists building something real from the ground up, on their own terms. Cody Jinks didn't just criticize Billboard. He exposed a disconnect that a lot of fans have been feeling for a long time. Because being an outlaw was never about how big you are. It was about how free you are. And right now, that definition is being challenged more than ever. So the question isn't just who makes the list. It's who actually lives the life. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you want more real, unfiltered stories from the world of country music, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because trust me, this conversation is just getting started. At the end of the day, this isn't really about Billboard. It's about something much bigger. Country music is changing, and not everyone agrees on what it's becoming. Cody Jinks just said out loud what a lot of fans have been thinking for years. That being called an outlaw isn't about charts, fame, or radio play. It's about independence. It's about control. And most of all, it's about doing it your way, no matter what the industry says. So maybe the real question is this: can you still be an outlaw if you're playing by the system's rules? Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that the mainstream doesn't want you to hear, because a major Billboard article just tried to define the modern outlaws of country music, and one of the biggest independent stars in the entire genre just completely tore it apart. Cody Jinks didn't just disagree. He went straight at the industry. And what he said is exposing a divide that's been building for years. And before we come to the end of this video, I just want to take a moment to say a very big thank you to all of you for watching. Your time truly means a lot. In a world where there are thousands of videos you could be watching right now, the fact that you chose to spend a few minutes here with me on Hajararama TV is something I truly appreciate. This channel continues to grow because of viewers like you. Every view, every comment, and every bit of support helps this community become stronger. And that's what makes creating these videos so rewarding. If you enjoyed this video, please take a quick moment to like the video, leave a comment below, and share it with your friends or anyone who might enjoy this content. Your interaction really helps the channel reach more people who love stories, entertainment, and updates just like you do. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Hajararama TV, and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be among the first to know when a new video is uploaded. There are many more exciting videos coming your way very soon, and I would love for you to be part of this journey as the channel continues to grow. I also enjoy hearing your thoughts, so feel free to drop your opinions, ideas, or suggestions in the comment section. Your voice matters here, and your feedback helps make Hajararama TV even better. Once again, thank you so much for watching and for being part of this amazing community. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, stay entertained, and keep watching Hajararama TV.